have any new iron, I know that much. There's still tons of iron in that one mine that we're at, that we have over there.
Yeah, there's still lots of iron to dig out, mate.
Nice. Wasn't there like 2 or 3 veins?
It's getting to the stage though where it's better that somebody like me who's got high mining skills over 20 that comes in to get higher level nodes, you know. If they want to get their mining skills up, they should be digging their mine occasionally. Just, you know, 30 minutes, 40 minutes a day each. Get them in there digging, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
No, 19's good, mate. You should get down here as well and dig out some iron.
Yep.
You'll get 19 and 20 over it, mate, if you've got a decent enough. If you've got a 18 or 19 level pick. That's what we need to do now. We need to improve some of these picks to get them up to high enough level to get good ore.
Yeah, you definitely need a higher quality pick than that cap down.
Yeah, we need to get your pick leveled up, man, to about 19. You want to have your mining and pickaxe skill up about 20 and your pickaxe about 18 or 19. That way you'll be getting 19 and 20 nodes. Oh, since we've gone, mate, there's a lot of spiders rampaging about the countryside in here now.
A lot of spiders.
Yeah, because we've not been killing them, so they're kind of building up, you know. Just had to zigzag a couple of times to avoid 2 or 3 of them there.
Wow.
Still haven't been able to get any sprouts off the cedars around this area. I think they've basically took every sprout that we can possibly get. Don't know how long it takes for them to regen.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going up to the new mine. I'm going to level up my mining skill a little bit because we still got to find an iron vein in the new one.
Yeah, I mean, everybody should have like a 20-30 minute go in the mine every day. Everybody, you know what I mean? Get their mining skills up because they can't always depend on miners being on who are good, you know. So now that we're getting along, people can take a break and go and do some mining if they're pissed off with cutting wood, you know what I mean? And it's a change of scenery.
Mm-hmm.
Let them stare at the face of a brick wall for fucking 30 minutes. They'll be begging you to come back and cut wood for you.
Yeah, Gadget's down here mining.
Yeah, cool.
Getting my mining skill up for a little bit.
No, I didn't leave any. There's a lump iron of 1.41 quality and 2 cauldrons. We don't need any cauldrons, do we?
Cauldrons, just bring them with you.
Yeah, okay.
Why are you mining down, Gadget? Aren't you mining forward? You see dark dungeons. What the fuck does that mean?
I think he's been eating the mushrooms instead of making stuff with them.
Shut up.
Inspector Gadget isn't in this room anymore.
Yeah, he's watching the stream so he can hear me.
Ah. Sorry I'm not talking too much, it's 10 AM and I haven't slept yet.
That sucks. Sleep is for the weak. There's plenty of worm things that need to be done.
So I had a look at the Arch Age game we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually download the client.
That's the Korean version?
Yeah. And you need some weird Korean thing to register.
Korean social security card. Korean social security number.
It used to be that the Koreans would let you register for their games, songs. You sent them an email with what do you call it, a picture of your passport, clear enough for them to read the passport number. I joined a few of the beta games, and they would let UK residents in, as long as they could get a copy of your passport, that query, they can determine your passport number.
I just don't understand why they need to know their social security numbers.
Because in Korea, everything's locked up like a fucking the Pope's ass.
So they start, but there's people outside Korea who can speak Korean and type in Korean and can ask for access to the beta games and stuff. And how do they know that it's not somebody in China or somewhere else? And if they want to keep it as a Korean closed beta, they want to know that you're a Korean citizen.
Pretty much. Because yeah, you don't want Americans coming in there.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They don't want other people coming in. They want to keep it stretchy for their people now.
Well, it'd be like them coming to our games and talking nothing but Korean. It's kind of disrespectful.
They have the choice. It's not like America or UK stops them.
Well, actually, when
I
played Pristine before it was released and free to play, and it wasn't just all Koreans in there. I had to send them a JPEG of a photograph of my passport in order to get access. And I had to know how to fill in the application form in Korean. You know what I mean? And I knew a Korean guy, and he told me exactly how what box to click, how many ones down to click. You know what I mean? In order to fill in the form, you know, he gave me a detailed plan, and I didn't know anything. I didn't know what answers I was being asked about questions, questions being asked about answers I was given. I just clicked boxes and sent it in with a JPEG of my passport, and I got a beta access.
Yeah, I used to play Dragon Ball Z Online, and that one you had to have you didn't have to have a KSSN. You had to just be able to fill out the fucking form, and filling out the form was a fucking pain in the fucking ass. You want to talk about a grindy game? Dragon Ball Z was a fucking grindy ass game.
Yeah, but a lot of the Asian games are very grindy. They seem to like that, mate, you know?
Yeah, well, I like grindy games, but I don't like grindy games that have no payoff.
Well, that's what got me. A lot of the grinds, you didn't really get anything at the end of it. I mean, you weren't even leveling a skill up, you know what I mean? It was basically you had to kill so many of a certain thing just so you could get into the next area because you couldn't get through a gate, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah. I did the same thing. It's a game called Neo Steam back in the day. I used to sit and grind for hours. You'd literally gather a party of people. I used to be a healer, so I would literally stand around, throw a healing spell, throw a couple attacks, throw a healing spell, throw a couple attacks, and everybody around me would get me XP while I was keeping them alive and doing some damage. And I used to be...
Well, that's what I used to tank. I used to sit on a rock, right, and attract mobs and tank them while other people sat on the ledge, higher up, you know, archers, and just shot arrows at all the mobs, mate, and I just held them there while they killed them, and we all just, because we were groups, we just shared the XP.
Yeah, that's what I did in 4-Story. That was a really super grindy game, but it was fun.
Yeah, a healer, a tank, and 4 hunters, no? And a group of 6 like that, mate, you could pile on the XP, mate. You could put on like fucking 4 levels in about 4 or 5 hours, you know?
Yeah, I think I stopped in Dragon Ball Z Online at power level 800. I just quit playing. Didn't even get to become Super Saiyan.
I put on 20 levels in 3 days, and then I think the next 3 days it was like 10 levels because it got a bit more difficult, you know. So it sort of started to flatten out. But once you moved up into a different area, it jumped back up again. You could put on like 20 levels in 3 days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once the mobs got higher ended as well, your XP shot back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just hated the grinds. Some grinds you had to look for specific monsters to kill, just so you could get through a gate into the next area where the mobs were a higher level. You know. And I thought, why don't you just get access when you hit that level? You know what I mean? Ready to go to the next area.
Yeah. But yeah, like God Awful said, once I get to, or I think Wormvet brought up, once I get to a certain level, the game doesn't become hard anymore. Worm. I think once it doesn't become hard anymore, there'll be other things that we'll be doing. But I think a year's time, it's going to take me that long to raise all my skills up to at least 50 and then have like my major skill up to around 80 or 90.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Once you get that level, mate, and there isn't a higher area to go to, you know what I mean? The difficulty level just disappears. And then I suppose you'll lose that sense of challenge and you probably play it a bit less, you know?
Yeah, but we got way too much to do before that'll happen. Like,
oh yeah, man.
We could be playing this for like, some people have been playing this for like 4 and 5 years.
Yep.
So, like, those people, yeah, I could see them maxing out everything. But us just starting, we've got, like,